right, welcome to another episode of RTX Compare. This will be a quick video. We're working with the Mistral-small 3.2 billion parameter model. This is 24 billion, but then it's quantized down to around 14, 15 using 4-bit quantization. And doing this enables us to be able to fit it into this graphics card, which is a 57 Ti. That's the 57 titanium version. That's overclocked, and the VRAM, onboard VRAM on that GPU is 16 gigabytes, which gives us about a gig of KV cache, which is adequate for some short conversations. And this GPU is sitting on this motherboard, a B850 with an AMD 79850 3DX chip with 32 gigabytes of onboard memory, but we won't be using that because everything is going to be tested directly on the GPU. All right, let's give it a look for token speed. Tell me all about T-Rex. Now misspell T-Rex. I'll call it T-Rex. See what it does. Now this is a mixture of experts thinking model. Cool. It actually is looking for T-Rex, the company, instead of T-Rex, the dinosaur. It's fine because we're actually here to look at token speed. And this looks pretty good. It's looking like 40, yeah, 40, 45. That's a decent speed, especially for a model that's close to the edge when it comes to memory usage. I'll say I meant T-Rex. It looks like you mentioned T-Rex. Could you provide more context or clarify? So I said, oh, can you help? Is T-Rex related to dinosaurs or construction materials? So I'll see it. There we go. The last one there. Popular brand of composite decking products. All right, let's do this. Let's do how we normally do it. At least it hasn't crashed, and having this many, I guess, bullet points will get us a good token speed kind of designation. But let's actually do it type properly. Tell me all about Tyrannosaurus. That's misspelled on purpose. All right. There we go. Certainly, the T-Rex often reviewed as T-Rex. Oh, it's T.Rex. Okay. So pretty decent token speed or decode speed. Yeah, that's a solid 40, 45. I'm actually pretty happy because this is one of the larger models, if not the largest model I've been able to fit into this to 16 gigabyte cards. We tried the other day with a 5080. I think it was a Quen that we tried, but I don't think it was a 24. How do scientists determine the speed and hunting behavior of the T-Rex? Really fast prefill. It's almost instantaneous. Yeah, this is what we've seen sometimes is as it loads more and more and KV cache gets used up, it gets slower. But for now, it looks still pretty decent. Let's have it do some Python. I like to do a query that I do have had ahead of time. And essentially execute Python with pandas and compute the mean, median, and the max, and report the top 3 most common room type values. This actually won't work because this is an automotive, 18K automotive data set, and this query is meant to be used for Airbnb information, but let's see what it does. Oh, and let's switch over to, oh, I always forget this, Mistral, and let's make sure we have a code interpreter on, so we can actually execute the code. Ah, it's really fast. It's generating the code. Oh, it actually found the code somewhere. Interesting. It's actually calculating the rows. See, this is a problem. It's going and picking up a file online that's actually not the file that we're using, because I inserted a file that's got 398 rows, 398 rows and 9 columns. But let's see if it did it properly. Let's actually test this CSV that it's using in Gemini. Let's see what that does. Let's use the same query. And see what Gemini did. So Gemini will go and actually take a look at the file in that URL that Mistral found, and then actually execute the code. And I want to see if it actually did it properly. Interesting. It's unable to open it. And even if it did, it actually is looking and saying it found 4,895 rows and 16 columns. That sounds about right, because the file that I actually used, the file that I used was actually a subset of that information. So yeah, I think that Mistral is actually doing some hallucinations of its own. And I understand if it's not able to fit in the whole file into memory, but it should actually say so, right? It's giving us a solution. It's going up and looking at this file, although I clearly attached it, and it's giving us the wrong number of rows. There are some models that will actually tell you, hey, I was unable to open all the rows and columns, but this is what I could open, and it actually didn't. So not so great, and I think it's likely this is happening because of memory shortages. Let's try it again. Let's actually upload it straight again in case there was some cache issues. Again, as you can see, right, CSV file 18K. This should be a quick load. And let's paste in the same thing and do the query. So there's no excuse for it to go to a URL. Okay, good. So it didn't hallucinate this time around. And what I'll do is I'll do the same thing over here in Gemini. And it should say 398 by 9. Yep, there we go, 398 by 9, 23, 23, 946, okay, that's right. And let's take a look at information. Three and 9, this is the correct one. Doesn't look right. Yeah. Yeah, not great. We found 3 and 9. So it's actually only using 3. Oh, I'm sorry. I think that may have been because we didn't do the code interpreter. I'm so sorry. Let's do that again. Put a query there. Open the file. This time, code interpreter. Again, 398 by 9 is the target. Okay, the code generation part is fast. Prefill is fast. Token speed is about the same, 40, 45. but still, right, only giving us 3x8, right? Earlier was 3x9, now it's 3x8. So definitely not happy with this model when it comes to things like this. If it can't handle it, please tell me that it can't handle it. But how can you possibly not handle an 18K file? And again, this is the problem where on a 16 gig graphics card like this 5070, this model pretty much is taking up over 90% of the available space. But it doesn't mean you can't bleed over to the onboard memory and still calculate it properly. But here, and we have the code interpreter properly on, right? So yeah, not happy with this model. Either way, token speeds are good as long as you are not querying for any kind of code. We're going to take a look at the coder model of 24B, and we'll post a follow-up video. But here we go. Mistral-small 3.2 24B quantized down to 4-bit on a GeForce RTX 5070 Ti that has 16 gigabytes of VRAM. Thank you.